Hey
Libido.
man, I swear to God, Oxford ass be lying and shit, right? So his ass gonna say this shit means sexual desire, right? But I say to you that libido is the process of raising one's sexual energy. Now let's get into it, right? See, because the Chinese, they call this sexual energy chi, right? And in Kemet, this the land that these people call nowadays Egypt, they call this sexual energy Ra. So this chi or this Ra is one's own life force energy, which is your sexual force and your creative force. The three are the triune, they make one. Huh? It's like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. All right? Or the Father, the Mother, and the child. Huh? Now, but one must remember that libido is a process, but old Oxford disguised it as a sexual desire. I'm going to say that again. One must remember that libido is a process, but Oxford disguised it as a sexual desire. Now, according to ancient traditions, sexual energy is the most powerful and creative force that there is. Huh? In some Eastern cultures, they practice what we call tantric sex, which is meant to unite both integral divinities. Now, divinities is a word that's a long word for divine. Now, the word divine means godly, and godly we all know means God. So we talking about two integral divinities or two integral energies. So the two integral divinities would be the masculine divinity and the feminine divinity. And together, these principles make one whole thing. So it's just like the yin and the yang coming together. The feminine side of the yin and the masculine side of the yang coming together as one. And these are the two aspects of the Supreme Being. Now, it's a book called How to Give Birth to a God, and it was written by the most honorable Louis Farrakhan. Now, in this book, he gives a detailed description on how to manifest during sexual engagement. So, for example, let's say you and your woman wants to have a son, or you and your man wants to have a son. The first thing y'all would do while y'all engaging in this sexual intercourse is visualize having a son. Now, you may want that son to be chocolate and full of melanin like myself. So then you will visualize your son being highly melanated, right? Now, you may want an intelligent son. You may want a strong son. So you will visualize your son excelling and being intelligent. You will visualize your son being strong. You may want a tall son. You will visualize your son being tall. Basically, you are going to be going down into the rabbit hole, into details in your visualizations on what it is that you're trying to create, giving a clear description of it, right? So from all the way down from height to weight to the way that we think, right? And you can do this through visualization. Now, like I say, through this tantric shit, now take your ass out there, go have you some good tantric sex and get all your bills paid on time this month, right? Huh? Because the way we be having sex, we don't be manifesting nothing, huh? So, the same thing that Farrakhan said in the book is the same thing your ancestors teaching in their books, older books, like the Metu Netter. So they teach that you must visualize what you want to see manifest. Then verbalize the mantra that goes with it. A mantra is a verb of power. So example is this. When you want to tap into your higher self and raise your consciousness from the lower divisions into the higher divisions, you want to say a mantra like this. And it comes from this, the Ankh. This is a whole mantra. And it's meant to raise you from your lower frequency into your higher divinity. Now, let's say you want to get into a deep deep meditative state, but you're trying to create and manifest at the same time. So you want to tap into an offset energy and you want to tap into a heteru energy. So an offset mantra is dang or thang. And a heteru mantra is cling. So it would sound something like this. Dang, cling. And this is a powerful mantra. And while you and your partner having deep tantric sex, y'all will be repeating these mantras as y'all visualizing this beautiful sun that y'all trying to create. So, what brings the libido down, y'all? How about toxic relationships? You know, shit like that. How about stress, anxiety, depression? You know what else will bring your libido down? Lack of exercise. A lot of y'all not exercising. You know what I mean? Listen, in Taoism is the ancient Chinese culture, right? But even in Taoism, they understand for a man to ejaculate is for a man to lose his sexual energy. For a man to ejaculate is for a man to lose his sexual energy. So, if your libido is low, then that means that your hormones is off. Most of this world hormones is off. That's why we have women that want to be masculine and we have men that want to be feminine. We're trying to figure out, which gender we want to be, all this. Because the hormones are through off. So you got alpha women and beta males out here because the hormones are all off. So, a lot of us can identify with any gender we want to because our hormones are functioning improperly. I'm going to say that again. A lot of us can identify with any gender we want to because our hormones are functioning improperly. Ladies, if it's dry down there in the vaginal areas, your libido is low. Hey, you hear me? Hey, fellas, right? If you need a honey pack before sex, your libido is low, my baby. Hey, player. Your libido low, baby. See, the most pleasurable, most efficient, most sacred, most spiritual way to manifest is through sexual transmutation. Okay, so listen, for example, you take all the sexual tension, all the chemistry, all the love, all the affection, and you change the form of that energy to the signature of the energy you wish to manifest. I'm going to say that again. You take the sexual tension, the chemistry, love, and affection, and you change the form of that energy to the signature of the energy that you want to manifest. This is called sexual transmutation. So while y'all sitting there loving each other good, all this tension there, all this vibe and all this frequency there, you take this energy and you visualize it into getting your bills paid. That's what I said. If you're not trying to have a child, why don't you visualize getting your bills paid? Or why don't y'all visualize manifesting that home that y'all trying to get? Or won't y'all visualize more success in the business that y'all already created? It's called sexual transmutation. I'm trying to teach you something. So, that's just one form. But we have other forms of sexual transmutation, like do some research on masturbation manifestation. A lot of people never heard of that, right? But they call it masturbation manifestation. And it is another form of sexual transmutation. Now, a lot of y'all out there masturbate too damn much. But if it's done healthy and right, and when I say right, I mean not watching porn, but just visualizing, one can learn to manifest quicker, right? So, You basically just visualizing. You're not sitting up there visualizing having sex with your old partner.